Hi, it's Luna, activist teacher here, and this is actually my favorite time of the year. In week 2, I always do a gender identity week with my 4th grade class because a lot of them have been brainwashed into the gender binary by their parents, which is a patriarchal concept of 2 genders. One of my favorite activities to do is to have a gender exploration day. I actually bring in a bunch of gendered items in a basket. I like to include a hard hat, a tiara, some stilettos, a jock strap, a tutu, some fairy wings. And I just let the kids explore their gender and just put on different types of outfits. And then I ask them if they feel more comfortable in, let's say, a little boy walking around in stilettos. And I keep the basket in my classroom all year round so the kids that don't feel comfortable at home wearing a tutu can wear one in class.
All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. How is everybody doing today? I saw this very interesting article today that I think really encapsulates what is going on in the world. This article was written by Blaine Pardoe, somebody that you may have seen on the channel way back in the day. If you've been here since the I Didn't Read Your Book days, you definitely know who Blaine Pardoe is. A good friend of the channel and very successful author. Let's take a look at the article from Blaine here. It says, "Beating the woke. 6 months ago, I was targeted by an online stalker who pretended to be a lesbian trans person. Why? Because, of course, that is going to give you social credit. This individual led an online campaign against me and convinced my publisher over 3 decades, 3 decades been working with this publisher, to cancel their contracts with me, to no longer publish my works. This was done based on unfounded accusations, gross exaggerations, and outright lies. I'd written a conservative political thriller, Blue Dawn. That's the book that Blaine and I talked about. If you want to check that out, hit me up and you might be able to get a sneak peek. That infuriated my stalker. My publisher caved in because of my conservative politics, siding with a person that I had a protection order against for threatening me. The cancel culture crowd, small but vocal, had come for me as they have so many conservatives. The woke mob wanted me silenced. Rather than just not purchasing my books, they wanted to ensure that nobody could buy my books and that I would not write them going forward. So you'll hear a lot of times when people like Ron DeSantis don't want queer theory or CRT or what's being called CRT, but it's not actually CRT, but it's really CRT. They don't want that in elementary schools. Or there's books like Genderqueer or Just the Tip that are almost pornographically explicit. Again, not wanting to be in children's libraries. And the left will call cancel culture. Oh, I thought you guys were all against cancel culture, but this is cancel culture. So what are you doing? No, we just don't want it in front of the children. You can go buy it on Amazon if you want. Just keep it out of the schools. But they twist that. And now with Blue Dawn here, they don't want anybody to be able to read it. But that's fine. That's fine because it's dangerous, right? Let's see. Rather than just not purchase my books, they wanted to ensure that nobody could buy my books and that I would not write them going forward. It was censorship based on my political ideology. My publisher had liberal creators, authors, and artists who continue to post things online that are offensive to conservatives and Christians, but nothing is done against them. Surprise, surprise. I went public with this censorship simply so that my many fans would know why books and stories I was working on would never be seen. The vast majority of them were outraged, as I was, though a handful of malcontents sided with my stalker and reveled in my dismissal. So you even have people who are politically, ideologically aligned with what's in this book and with Blaine, but somehow are still on the side of a stalker that is trying to censor conservative ideas. What? Like most people that are targeted, it was tempting to stop practicing my craft. That would have been the easy way out, the path taken by some who catch the wrath of the weak-minded woke. I had retired early from corporate life to be a writer and would not let faceless people on Twitter take that from me. Good for you, Blaine. Good for you. Blaine goes on to say, I refuse to apologize and compromise my ideals. The other publishers held firm in their support of me. There we go. What mattered to them was that I created good content. All I wanted to do was write great stories about extraordinary characters. And just like on TV, that's all that the viewers want. It's not about all this diversity, inclusion, intersectionality. Like, we're fine with that. We're fine with that. I was just watching the third episode of The Last of Us. No spoilers, but there's a lot of stuff in there, and I didn't have a problem with it. It was a little gratuitous, but it served the story, so it's whatever. Not just because it has to do with gay people that no, I can't watch this. But on the left, that's the default. That's the default. Blaine goes on to say, a surprising thing happened. Fellow authors reached to me, offering their support. Then came the publishers. 5 different ones approached me. They all expressed the same general sentiments. They didn't care what my politics were, or they agreed with my views. Either way, they all respected my talent and my loyal fans. They wanted me to write fantastic books for them. Imagine that. You mean people who read books want good books? No. Come on, man. So Blaine goes to talk on about a bunch of books that he was contracted to write. Congratulations, Blaine. And then says, in December, my online stalker admitted that his entire persona was false. He was never a lesbian or a trans person or any of the other things that he claimed online. A few of the cancel culture crowd apologized to me in private, always in private, never publicly, never apologized to me in private, having felt misled and betrayed by this liar. But some still believe they have won the battle against me. They may have, but winning a single skirmish does not win a war. While they were overjoyed at blocking me at a small sci-fi franchise, I have won the overall conflict. You can't cancel those that refuse to give in. My reason for telling this story is simple. It is a positive tale, and I like composing stories with good endings. So much of what we read about the woke is the chaos they cause. This is a story of beating them. Let's go. Let's go. Give a hand for Blaine. I love it. I love it. When the cancel culture crowd comes, it is critical not to compromise. Don't give in to the temptation and try to apologize with them. Stand by what you believe in. Do good work and ally yourself with the organizations and people that share your ideas. So often, conservatives talk about the need to create a parallel economy. In reality, there are plenty of companies out there that think and believe the way you do. We don't have to create something new. Find them, work with them, and support their products. While the wokesters are loud, and they're loud, they are small in number and in influence. Well, I would disagree a little bit there about the size of their influence, but that is only due to the silence of others. Being loud and defiant does not make them right. You can become uncancelable if you do good work and stay true to yourself. Fighting them is a waste of time. Attempting to refute their lies only opens you to more abuse. What hurts them more than anything is to be successful despite them. As I've seen firsthand in the last few weeks, nothing infuriates detractors more than you doing well and having fun doing it. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to Blaine Pardoe. This article, as well as his Twitter, will be in the description of this video. Go tell him thank you for standing up and for doing what not everybody has the strength to do. And if we all do it, it won't be that hard. You cannot comply your way out of tyranny. As long as you keep your head down, you will always be at risk of their wrath. And you never know what it's going to be that they switch to now become something that's horrible. Stand up while you can. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Once again, I am your host, Lutch, a.k.a. The Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.